In the headlines, IDEG proposes that Speaker of Parliament should be given the power of a casting vote. Special Prosecutor freezes all of late Sir John's assets. 25 persons arrested for attacking police station to demand the release of 3 people arrested. Meanwhile, the 3 arrested have been granted bail by the Wa Circuit Court. And Spiritualist sentenced to death for killing wife, daughter to pacify idols. The Institute for Democratic Governance is proposing that the Speaker of Parliament should be given a casting vote to help resolve deadlocks in the House. According to the Executive Director of IDEG, Dr. Emmanuel Akwete, this proposal is premised on the rancor that has characterized Ghana's 8th hung parliament and the recent declaration by the Supreme Court that the Deputy Speaker of Parliament presiding over proceedings in the House has the right to vote on matters for determination.
In an interview with Graphic Online's Kweku Zurich, Dr. Akwete said the Speaker was best placed to carry out this function because the role was similar to that of the President and demanded that an occupant of the office rises above partisanship to safeguard the national interest. Listen to Dr. Akwete's explanation.
I haven't thought through the procedure for bringing that about, but it's within the hands of Parliament because it's Parliament that makes its own decisions. Okay, so in this case, he could exercise the casting vote. Now, the Speaker does not represent a constituency. He stands for the whole of Parliament. He represents Parliament in the nation. He is head of Parliament. And therefore, in many cases in Canada, in the UK and other places, the Speaker's seat is power, or his role is unique. And the vote he exercises matches that uniqueness. So when he's casting a vote, unlike the deputies, he's not casting a vote for a constituency in one part of the country. He's representing the national will through in Parliament as he considers it. So it is about time this was discussed and quick action taken.
The Office of the Special Prosecutor has frozen the assets of the late Chief Executive Officer of the Forestry Commission, Kwadwo Owusu-Afriyie, popularly known as Sir John. This latest move is part of investigations into the acquisition of property stated in an alleged will of the late CEO.
The Office of the Special Prosecutor last week began investigations into alleged corruption by Sir John with regard to his alleged improper acquisition of lands within the Achimota Forest and the Sakumono Ramsar sites. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has also said it will investigate the part of the will pertaining to the land acquisition. Some civil society groups had petitioned the Special Prosecutor and the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice to investigate the acquisition of the said lands.
We take you to Wa. It emerged in court today that some sub-chiefs in the Wa-Nez Palace sanctioned the public flogging of the boy and girl in the Wa sex video. The police told the Wa Circuit Court that the Degu Na Adam Seidu Purple has been mentioned as the one who gave the final go-ahead for the boy and girl to be publicly flogged.
This was narrated by a police prosecutor, Sergeant Martin Digboche, when 3 suspects arrested on Wednesday for sanctioning the flogging were arraigned today. The 3 have been charged with causing harm. At the Wa Circuit Court today, they granted bail in the sum of 3,000 cedis with 5 sureties each to reappear on June 13. They are Basharan Kidri, a 34-year-old mobile phone repairer, Na Sidiki Osman, 62, and Diohuna Ishahak Mahama, 70. Na Osman and Na Mahama are sub-chiefs of the Wala Traditional Council. The police prosecutor told the court that it was during interrogation that the 2 mentioned the Deguna as the one who gave them the final go-ahead for the 2 to be publicly flogged.
Meanwhile, 25 people have been arrested by the police for besieging the police headquarters on Wednesday night to demand the release of the 3 suspects.
The 25 arrested pelted stones, blocked some parts of the roads leading to the police station and set fire on ties around 9:45 p.m. last night. According to the regional crime officer, Reynolds Mantiao, the suspects, including 2 females, will be arraigned.
They started by pelting stones into the police station, and they also went ahead and blocked one of the main streets. They converged unlawfully, so it becomes an unlawful assembly. And then they also disturb the peace. So act tending to disturb the peace or disturbing the public peace is an offense. They also cause damages to some items.
May the Almighty God and Allah have mercy on your soul as I sentence you to death, were the last words of the supervising judge at the Bolgatanga High Court, Justice Charles A.J. Wilson, when he sentenced Mbawuna Tindana, a self-styled spiritualist, to death for killing his wife and daughter.
Tindana, 35, was found guilty unanimously by a 7-member jury that sat on the case. In a fully packed courtroom yesterday, Tindana, a tall, dark, and energetic young man, clothed in a white top and a black trousers to match, stood in the courtroom to know his fate. After the ruling, he was whisked away by officers of the Ghana Prison Service to begin his sentence. Abigail Talata Kuruk, aged 25, and Nyapoka Mbawuna Tindana, aged 2, were wife and daughter to the convict respectively. Tindana is a self-acclaimed traditional spiritualist at Ukupeliga. On June 27, 2019, Tindana used an axe to chop off the heads of both his wife and daughter after accusing them of being witches. Tindana sacrificed the daughter with the brains scattered to appease his idols and abandoned the lifeless body of his wife about 10 meters away from the idols. Also, Tindana hacked his son with a machete, but he managed to escape and was later sent to the hospital for treatment.
And before we go, the Fixing the Country group is not happy about the Fix the Country's advocacy and planned 3-day street protest settled for this week. Leader of the Fixing the Country movement, Ernest Owusu-Bempah, had this to say.
You must hold your responsibility as the fourth estate of the realm to conscientize the nation. We can never use emotions to judge what is right from wrong. No. What is wrong is wrong. What is right is right. And that is why we are telling you, say, and some course, you know, and we condemn it outrightly, and we want peace in this country to prevail.
Graphic Online's News in Brief is brought to you by Graphic News Plus.
Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news. Thank you for watching. For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh and follow us on YouTube at GraphicGH, on Twitter at GraphicGH, and on Facebook at Daily Graphic. I am Juliet Echan Safo.